Hello all. In today's class, we are going to see the levels of linguistic analysis. So we all know language is hierarchically structured with units made up of smaller units. This means that language has an hierarchical structure and it is made up of units which are themselves made up of smaller units which are made of still smaller units till we have a smallest indivisible unit which is called as a phoneme. So to make it easier, I can say that phonemes combine to form sounds, sounds combine to create morphemes, morphemes form words, words combine to make sentences, and then sentences interconnect to create a unified text or a discourse. So at each stage, there are certain rules that operate which permits the occurrence and combination of smaller units. And it is important to remember that because of the existence of roots at each level, we can analyze each level independently of the other. This means if we study one level, example phonology or the sound system, we need not necessarily study another level. So we can study phonology on its own and syntax on its own. So we can represent these levels in the following manner with each level of analysis corresponding to the each level of structure of the language. So you can see levels of analysis as well as the levels of structure. So phonetics and phonology, it is studying about sounds. Morphology, word formation. Syntax, sentence formation. Semantics, meanings. And discourse, connected sentences. So let us see phonetics and phonology first. Yeah. So phonetics and phonology, we all know phonetics is the study, the phonetics, you study language at the level of sounds, where you study how sounds are articulated by human speech mechanism and how it is received by the auditory mechanism, how sounds can be distinguished, and how the sounds can be characterized by the manner in which they are produced. That is called as phonetics. Whereas phonology, it studies the combination of sounds into an organized units of speech, the formation of syllables as well as the larger units. So a single, distinguishable sound is called as phoneme. A single distinguishable sound is called as phoneme. Okay, so this is about phonetics and phonology. Next, it is morphology. So morphology, you study the patterns of formation of words by the combination of sounds into a minimal distinctive units of meanings called as morphemes. Okay, so morpheme is an indivisible unit. Let us take this example. We all know bat is a single morpheme which is composed of sounds b, a, t, bat. Okay. So this combination, it makes up the single morpheme bat. And if we try to break this, it will no longer carry the meaning of the word bat. So words can be made up of single morpheme such as bat or combinations of morphemes, that is bat plus yes, that is equal to bats. So in the word bats, we have how many morphemes? Two morpheme. The first morpheme is bat and the second morpheme is yes. So it is bats. So it has got two morpheme. So a word can be a single morpheme as well as combination of morphemes. Okay. And the next thing is morphology is linked to phonology and semantics. Yeah. So let us take this example. We can see there is a change from take to took. Okay. It is clear that the word take changes to took, where it involves a change in one of the sound in this morpheme. That is the first change. And second thing is, it also involves the change in the meaning. So you can see both. There is a change in the sound as well as there is a change in the meaning. So that is why morphology is linked to phonology and semantics. They are interconnected. They are interlinked. The hierarchy is interlinked. Okay. And the next thing is syntax. So syntax studies how words combine to form phrases, phrases form clauses, and clauses creates sentences. Okay, the study of syntax, it also involves the description of the rules of positioning of elements in a sentence. You basically read about the positioning of the elements in a sentence, where the elements have to be positioned. Even that we study in syntax. Okay, a sentence, it must be composed of these elements arranged in a particular order. So syntax also attempts to describe how these elements function in the sentence, which means, what is the role of the sentence. Let us take this example. First sentence, the boy likes cricket. And the second sentence, the old man loved the boy. So here you can see the word boy functions in different roles. For example, in sentence A, it functions as the subject of the sentence. Whereas in, the sentence B, it functions as the object. So you can see it takes, the function is different. It takes a different role according to the sentence. So you study about this in syntax. Okay, and the next thing is, it emphasizes that a sentence must be both grammatical as well as meaningful. Let us take this example. Colorless green ideas sleep furiously. So this sentence, where it is grammatically correct, but it is not meaningful. So a sentence, it is not that a sentence, if it is grammatical, it is fine. No, it should also be meaningful. That is more important. Okay, so thus, if you say a rule of a syntax should be comprehensive enough to explain how sentences are constructed, which are both grammatical as well as meaningful. The next is semantics. So semantics, it deals with the meaning of the, level of the meaning in a language. And what does it attempts? It attempts to analyze the structure of meaning in a language. That is, how words are similar or different, or how words are related. And it also attempts to show this interrelationship through forming the categories. So how words are interrelated to each other. So how do you find it? With the help of forming categories. Okay. And next thing is, you can also see it is an extension of the study of meaning, or semantics is also sometimes called as pragmatics. What is pragmatics? Pragmatics, it deals with the contextual aspects of meaning in a particular situations. So semantics is also pragmatics. And the next thing is discourse. So in discourse, what do we study in discourse? We study chunks of language which are bigger than a single sentence. So what do we analyze at this level? Especially in the level of discourse, we analyze intersentential links. Intersentential here is interlogical links that form a connected or a cohesive text. Cohesive here is a continuity, a bond. Each sentence should have a bond. It should have a connectedness to the other sentence. So that we study at this level, that is at the level of discourse. Okay. Cohesion is the relation established, in a sentence between it and the sentence preceding as well as following it. By how? By the use of connectiveness. Like you use words like and, though, also, but, and etc. So by using such connectiveness, you try to bring a relation, a cohesion relation in a in a text. Okay, so that is what we do in discourse. So this is all about levels of linguistic analysis. So we studied about 5 different levels in today's session. So I have given few questions. So this assessment is designed to gauge your understanding of the key concepts what we discussed today. So try to answer these questions. I'll see you in the next class. Thank you.